challenge.
Ever walked away from an argument, replaying it in your head, wishing you had said something smarter? Maybe it was with your boss, a partner, or that one friend who always has to be right. The truth is, most of us don't lose arguments because we're wrong. We lose because we let our emotions control us. Today, I'm going to show you 5 Stoic tricks to instantly win any argument, not by out-shouting, but by out-thinking. Think about the last heated discussion you had. Maybe it started with something small, like who left the dishes in the sink, and suddenly you're arguing about who does more in the relationship. Or at work, where a minor disagreement spiraled into something personal. We don't just want to be right, we want to feel respected, valued, and heard. And that's where Stoic philosophy gives us an edge. Because while everyone else is playing emotional chess, Stoics step back and play the long game.
Stoic lens. The Stoics lived almost 2,000 years ago, but their wisdom is uncannily relevant today. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What does that mean in an argument? It means your opponent's anger, sarcasm, even personal attacks. None of that can hurt you unless you let it. You only lose when you lose control of yourself. Epictetus, born a slave, became one of the most influential Stoic teachers. He often reminded his students, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Imagine that. A man with almost no external power understood the ultimate secret. If you control your emotions, you control the battlefield of any discussion. So when we talk about 5 Stoic tricks to instantly win any argument, we're not talking about cheap debate tactics. We're talking about something far more powerful. Winning by mastering yourself first.
All right, let's get practical. Here are 5 Stoic tricks you can use starting today to win any argument.
Trick 1. Master the pause. When someone attacks you verbally, your first instinct is to fight back. But the Stoics knew that silence can be stronger than words. Instead of firing back, pause. Count to 3. Breathe. That pause does 2 things. It unsettles your opponent, and it gives you clarity. Think of it like putting a mirror up to their anger. Suddenly, they're the only one yelling, and you look composed, intelligent, in control. Modern example. In a meeting, a coworker accuses you unfairly. Instead of snapping back, you pause. You say calmly, "That's interesting. Can you explain what you mean?" You've shifted the burden back to them.
Trick 2. Ask questions instead of defending. Seneca wrote, "The greatest weapon against an opponent is to refuse to imitate them." Most people argue by making statements, but flip the script. Ask questions. Questions force people to clarify their position. Questions expose contradictions without you ever raising your voice. Modern example. A friend says, "You never support me." Instead of, "That's not true," you ask, "Can you give me an example?" 9 times out of 10, their case collapses under its own weight.
Trick 3. Control your tone. Arguments aren't won with volume. They're won with composure. The Stoics practiced apatheia, not apathy, but freedom from destructive emotion. Lower your voice instead of raising it. Calm speech disarms fury. If you stay composed while the other person gets louder, you've already won. It's like 2 boxers. One swings wildly, exhausting themselves. The other conserves energy, waits, and delivers precise blows.
Trick 4. Reframe the argument. Marcus Aurelius constantly reframed problems in his journal. He'd ask, "Is this within my control?" Try the same in arguments. Instead of fighting about what happened, shift the focus to what can be done now. This moves the conversation from blame to solutions. Partner says, "You're always late." Instead of debating history, you say, "You're right. I've been late. Let's figure out how I can fix that." Suddenly, it's not a war. It's teamwork.
Trick 5. Choose not to win. Here's the paradox. The Stoics' greatest trick to win any argument is to not need to win at all. Epictetus taught that freedom comes when you stop being ruled by others' opinions. Sometimes the most powerful move is to let the other person feel like they've won. Because real victory is peace of mind, not ego points. Example, online debates. You'll never convince a stranger in the comments section, but you can protect your own peace by simply stepping away. That is the ultimate Stoic mic drop.
Deeper reflection. Now, let's zoom out. Arguments are never really about dishes, deadlines, or politics. They're about control. Who has it? Who loses it? The Stoics remind us the only control we truly have is over ourselves. When you master these 5 Stoic tricks to instantly win any argument, you realize something profound. The real argument isn't with others, it's with your own impulses. Imagine 2 versions of yourself. One reacts with anger, snapping, shouting, defending. The other pauses, listens, reframes, stays calm. Same external situation, completely different outcomes. Which version do you want to be? Which one builds respect, influence, and inner strength? In the end, the Stoic way is about freedom. Freedom from being dragged into emotional chaos. Freedom from the need to be right all the time. And most importantly, freedom to choose peace over pointless battles.
Empowerment close.
So let's recap. The 5 Stoic tricks to instantly win any argument are: master the pause, ask questions, control your tone, reframe the argument, and most importantly, let go of the need to win. Apply these and you'll notice something incredible. Not only will you win more arguments, you'll also win more respect, more peace, and
more control over your life. Next time you feel yourself pulled into conflict, remember Marcus Aurelius's words: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That is the real victory. And if you live by that, you won't just win arguments, you'll win at life itself. If this video gave you value, share it with someone who needs a calmer, wiser way to argue. And remember, real strength is not in overpowering others, but in mastering yourself.